Hey guys, I just got a text from Cody. I'm recording this right when the game started, and Cody just said, "Looks like you got a great trade already." So I hope that means Gates is tearing it up. But let's start with introduction, finders, keepers, losers, weepers. Week 5. This week is pretty funny. The finder is Nico. He actually picked up 2 cornerbacks and only played one. If you go look right now, he's got a cornerback slot that's empty. And they both had their best week this season. He picked up Chris Harris Jr., I think on Thursday, and then maybe Friday or Saturday he picked up Micah Hyde. Chris Harris Jr. got that pick 6 against Derek Carr. He got a pick 6, 4 tackles, and 2 pass defended, so that's 18 points, and he was the one sitting on the bench. And then Nico decided to play Micah Hyde, who got a interception, 6 tackles, and then 2 passes deflected. So 18 points on his bench, 14 points in his cornerback slot. I think he's beating Trent by like 40 points right now, so luckily he didn't need that. But Nico, man, you gotta check your lineup every day. You got a really good team, and you're just killing yourself because you don't check it, or you put people in like whoever it was that was suspended for 4 games and finally changed him out. So we move on to the keeper, and the keeper this week is Eddie Lacy. I actually own him in a couple of leagues for no reason, but he always kind of takes a slow start. If you look at his, I know like right now I think he only has 1 touchdown, and he's got like maybe 2 games where he's above 10 points. One game like he had 10 points, the other game I think was like 19, and that was his touchdown game. But if you look last year before the bye week, they had a bye week in week 9. He only had 4 touchdowns, and one game he had 2 touchdowns. That was against Minnesota. And then after the bye week, he only had 1 game where he didn't have 100 yards rushing or a touchdown. So I'm banking on him to really kick it in later on this season. It could be because he's hurt a little bit, and then the rest will kind of get him back into fighting shape. But we've also kind of said that about C.J. Anderson, and DeMarco Murray finally did something last week. I don't know if that was just because it's the Saints or because they figured it out. But, I mean, we've been wrong on guys before, but I think Eddie Lacy just takes a little while to get going, and once he gets going, he's definitely worth the investment. I think Dakota has him in our league, but if you guys have him in other leagues, or maybe Dakota doesn't believe in it. I know Green Bay is throwing the ball like crazy. Little plug for myself. I have like 4 wide receivers from Green Bay. Someone please trade me them away because I don't want to have that whole offense. But yeah, I think now's a good time to buy low on Eddie Lacy. You're still gonna have to pay a little bit because he was a first-round pick and he's definitely can go off. But I think some people will be scared of him. They'll kind of see C.J. Anderson and, like I said, DeMarco Murray being really missed, and now especially with Jamal Charles out. I think they kind of know that they do have a little bit of value, but it could be a big bust. So if you can, scoop them up in other leagues. But like I said, 2 touchdowns against Minnesota twice last year. That's kind of what I'm banking on, is they haven't really even played their divisional games, and right now it looks like that whole division is, again, a lot of crap, and Green Bay is by far the best team in it. So I expect a lot of points to be put up after their bye week. I think they have all of their 6 divisional games after the bye week. So the loser is going to be C.J. Anderson. I'm sorry, Cody. I tried so long not to put him on this list, but he's done for. It's 5 weeks of like 0 productivity. He was 11 for 22 with 2 catches for 18 yards, and his stat line had a tackle from one of Peyton's interceptions. So he ended up with 6 points, which is more than Ronnie Hillman. I think it was 3 points more than Ronnie Hillman, but being better than Ronnie Hillman's like being the prettiest girl at a pig party. It's not anything to brag about. I think he's just about droppable. Maybe not in our league because obviously we are way deeper than other teams, but I think if you've got him in another league, try and shop him around, trying to wait until he does another game where maybe he scores a touchdown, and try and sell him then. But I think he's done. I think he's a waste of space. Cody will probably hold on to him just because he can go off. But right now, teams that are playing against the Broncos are just loading up the box, stopping the run. That offensive line isn't that good. They're making Peyton throw, and Peyton's kind of losing his arm. So that actually brings us to the Weeper this week. And I hate to do it 2 times in a row, but Christian is the weeper. I talked to Johnny earlier, and he's going through some stuff, so I kind of feel bad about it. But like, it doesn't take very long to set up a lineup, and right now he's got 3 guys on bye that are playing: Jordan Cameron, Darrell Revis, and Cameron Wake. He's playing Marquise Lee, who's out. He didn't set his lineup, and I kind of jokingly put on Facebook that, despite all the odds, he put in Andre Johnson, and Andre Johnson went off. But I mean, any other week he's getting 0 touches, so that's another 0. He's got Peyton Manning. Jamal Charles just got hurt. There's a lot of things going on in his lineup that he needs to take care of, and he's going through some stuff, so I understand that like it's not his most important thing, but it does only take a couple minutes to do this, and I know that I've sent you a couple of trade requests and stuff, so it's just kind of disheartening that everybody else is like kind of trying, and there's like one team that's kind of like getting beat up on, so it stinks for him. He still has Scobie. I just saw that. He's still playing Scobie, even though he has Mason Crosby on the bench. So that's how long he hasn't changed his lineup. But I think for Christian right now, I think he's sitting at 1-4, and I think he's losing this game that he's in now. So he will be 1-4. He does have a lot of talent still. His defense is really good. The ones that are playing that are doing well are really good players. They're tradable and keepable. He's got Dez, who's coming back. He's got Alshon, who hasn't really played. He's got Deshaun Jackson, who come back and could be really solid in our league, especially like when he has his good games. So I think, Christian, you need to just either decide if you're playing for next year, or get younger and trade away some of the older guys like Alshon. I'm trying to see Revis. Somebody's definitely going to want Revis. Drop Andre Johnson because he won't do that again. Peyton Manning, he's really more of like a flex kind of guy. I wouldn't start him every week now that I see what he's doing. He's still going to get touchdowns, so it's kind of hard, but he's definitely going to get more interceptions. He's not throwing 350 yards anymore. So there's options for you. But that was my finders, keepers, losers, weepers for week 5. You guys enjoy the games tonight. I'll put this up as fast as I can. Go Pack Go, and like I said, jump on the waiver wire and make some trades and do all that fun stuff so that I've got something to talk about.